us. Remember, new episodes premiere every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. on TV 15 and across other social media platforms.
I'm Jasenia Lassiter, wishing you a wonderful week.
Stay friendly, St. Martin.
Welcome to Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andrew Dick. Okie dokie, kids, what's happening on the lovely island of St. Martin? We begin with the conspiracy of conspiracies. Pete, I need a conspiracy music. Yes, that's it right there. Now, apparently, there is something that is happening in St. Martin's called government trying to get you. Why? Because the police, they're bragging. 230-something fines were given out, and they are saying it with their chest. They're saying it like, yes, we fined 200 and something persons who have to pay our salaries. And then you have on the other side, whereby GEBE also charging the fuel clause like crazy. Do you know that someone showed me a bill just last week? 200 gallons was their electricity that they used for the month. 560 was the fuel clause. Now, of course, the fuel clause was not supposed to be, they say, for the generators. The people will not be taking the cost of generators that we just recently had, which basically shows that we're still paying for it. Meanwhile, police is on a rampage, and they are all on the same page when it comes to making money for the government, who says that they are bankrupt. Okay, Pete, that's enough. So I'm just saying, think about it. Things that make you go, because just now, somebody might call you and say, hey, hello. This is Mr. Dick from the Jubilee Library. Remember in 1995, you took a book? It's time for you to come and pay up. Pay up. Or you remember when you used to go to the DVD, the DVD store, and you used to just like have a late fee, and like after 2 days, because you're only supposed to rent for 2 days, so sometimes you just pay for extension, but then you just take 2 days and then you just forget about it, or you just say, nah, this is a good movie, I'm gonna just keep it and go to another DVD store. What if the DVD store calls you and say, hey, this is Video Corner, remember us? You remember in 2020, and oh no, they got closed a long time. I think in 2005, 2006, you took the Avengers, the cartoon. Oh, 2012? Okay, 2012. Remember the cartoon you took? It's time to pay up. We want our money. Listen, this thing getting serious, you know. The government is on a rampage, and they are going to tax who? The people. That's why you pay your taxes, people. You pay your taxes because, you know, the government survives on the taxes that they're not going to use to fix a road by the hospital that was a hole, but now they pour concrete in it and think we notice. We notice, but we appreciate it because we can't complain, because we've been complaining about the whole time. So they put concrete in it, so whatever. Speaking about concrete and cheapskates, the Parliament of St. Martin met today to discuss the Enya debacle. Remember Enya? You should read the news. I don't even want to explain that because basically St. Martin again gets the short end of the stick, whereby the owner of Enya decided to steal some money from his own company, bust out with it, and then afterwards the government of St. Martin gets blamed for it because we're supposed to be one of the guarantors. And Holland was like, we don't care, you need to fix it, otherwise higher supervision, and we want the money that we gave you during a disaster, which was the Irma situation and COVID, we want it back right away if you don't fix your Enya situation. What Enya and Holland have to do with each other? Absolutely nothing. But hey, that's how it is. So they met where the Minister of Finance, Monica Gomes, came and she gave answers. And one of the MPs asked a very interesting question. The question was, who primarily is responsible for accumulating the debt of St. Martin during the past years? So how many debts we have, how many people we owe, what's going on with country St. Martin and its debts? And when I hear the answer, and she structured it so good though, she basically said, okay, so 1 million by Sarah and William, or 2 million by Theo and Sarah, or 3 million by Sarah and Sarah. You notice there's a trend? The highlights.
For the St. Martin policyholders. Some interruptions. MP Duran, I would like to gain some clarity on when these loans were taken out, all loans mentioned. And to follow MP Duran's question, MP Arian also asked, what are the dates of these loans and which governments were in place when these loans were taken? Answer. I would gladly provide you with the dates. However, do note that me stating the loans that have to be repaid was to give insight into the financial obligations of the country, not to state that the loans should not have been taken out. The COVID loans will also need to be repaid in 15 years, 97 million guilders. It is just a reality of where we are as a country and us constantly needing to go to the Netherlands to refinance. All countries have loans, and we on average still have a good debt coverage ratio. However, we have to fully assess the complete picture and assess choices we make when refinancing these loans, such as bullet loan compared to annuity loan. A total of 5 loans amounting to 302 million set to expire over the next 20 years stem from the unresolved debts of the Netherlands Antilles and taken out prior to 10-10-10 by the former Netherlands Antilles. These debts were partially allocated to St. Martin and refinanced by the Netherlands as of October 21st, 2010. Additionally, 4 loans totaling 164 million were taken out in 2014 under the government of the National Alliance and Democratic Party and Independence and are also due to expire within the next 20 years. The COVID loans amounting to 316 million guilders currently expiring were refinanced and had been taken out under the government of the National Alliance and the UP Party. To further clarify with regard to specific loans I mentioned, the loan expiring next year of 73.5 million is from the unresolved debts of the Netherlands Antilles. The loan expiring in 2029 of 58.7 million is from 2014 under the Government National Alliance, DP, and independent members. The loan expiring in 2032 of 78.6 million is from the unresolved debts of the Netherlands Antilles. The 2 loans expiring in 2035, totaling 100 million, is from the unresolved debts of the Netherlands Antilles. And the current loan of the 316 million taken out in 2020-2021 and expiring coming October 2024, 4 years later to be refinanced, has been taken out under the National Alliance UP government. 2, addendum, a supplement on what you have already. We haven't seen it. Maybe addendum should go to Parliament. Parliament, Curacao gave pre-approvement.
Thank you. So earlier you mentioned the savings of the Suriname and best policy holders.
NPR, just a reminder, you speak through me.
Sorry.
Yes, I did.
It's my first time.
I know it is.
So through you, Madam Chair, the Minister mentioned the savings of the Suriname and best policyholders by taking them out of the proposal. Question is, can we get a breakdown of what it costs for the best and the Suriname policyholders separately? Because you refer to the Suriname policyholders that we were paying for them, but in the addendum that I have here, footnote 5, where it clearly states, for the policyholders currently residing in Suriname, between brackets, the Suriname policyholders, the HLA counts them as Curacao policyholders. So basically, Curacao is, according to the footnote, Curacao is paying for them already. So what savings did St. Martin really save by taking them out if in the original HLA, they were already seen as Curacao policyholders? Thank you.
Basically the same question posed by MP Arian, but I need to clarify to the good MP that the savings for the best in Suriname for St. Martin would be that 5 million guilders in savings.
The question wasn't fully answered, MP?
No. So in the original document, the Suriname policyholders are seen as basically Curaçaoians. So what is the exact savings? What are the exact savings that St. Martin is saving by taking them out of the proposal? So I didn't really understand that part, because if they're seen as Curaçaoians, that means we were never paying for them.
No, we were paying.
Minister, could you answer that?
So that was my confirmation. Why?
So, and in my other questions to come, it will be very clear what I believe was unjust by the central bank by including St. Martin in this peak facility, which we clearly do not need, and putting these hidden costs. And if questions weren't answered, we would have never known that we would have been paying still for the best or Suriname and also the execution costs. What we were informed, what was brought to our attention after careful review, is that St. Martin would have been paying the 5 million guilders for the total of the best and that of Suriname. That's St. Martin's portion. I can't, unfortunately, break it down any further because they did not provide further breaking down to me. Okay. Yes, and it's very important to state that the peak facility was placed together. It wasn't a separate peak facility, and now we are requesting such. Confusing the public, there is no loan in discussion. The current solution for Enya, as outlined in the agreement and the addendum, does not involve a direct loan from the Netherlands. However, as I've mentioned before, the peak facility can be considered an indirect loan. The peak facility is used when a country's contribution does not meet the obligations of the resolution fund. This is precisely why it's crucial to thoroughly read and understand these agreements. When the peak facility is utilized, it can function as a loan with a yearly interest rate of 1% on the funds used. The countries act as guarantor, meaning that if the resolution fund is unable to repay, the countries will be responsible for the repayment. The initial cash flow received showed that St. Martin would have an ending peak facility balance of 8 million to be repaid by St. Martin. However, under the addendum, St. Martin will only use the peak facility twice and will end with a balance of 0. This limited use will also save St. Martin approximately 3 million in interest expenses. 4, we have a looming refinancing in October. Government sit under the gun. There is a risk of no solution. The government will have to pay more on extra interest than on the Enya resolution. Yes, answer, it is very clear that we have a looming refinancing in October, and it is also evident that the previous signed refinancing agreement linked the Enya matter to these loans, limiting our alternatives. However, instead of agreeing to anything solely due to the pressure of the upcoming refinance, we have done our best to improve the terms of the agreement for the benefit of St. Martin. It is crucial to stand our ground and not rush into signing anything simply because of a threat of higher interest rates. We must carefully evaluate what is being put before us. Question 5. With regards to the data collected on St. Martin's policyholders, place of residence, place of work, etc., could Parliament also receive this information? Answer: data regarding place of residence, place of work is confidential and cannot be shared with Parliament. What I can share with Parliament is the following general information. Life individual insurance, 1,390 amount of policies. Group life insurance, 1,393. Pensioners, 301. Total policyholders, 3,084. Currently, 301 pensioners on St. Martin receive on average monthly benefit of 600 guilders. These are mainly pensioners that have reached retirement age. Roughly 52% of the 1,390 individuals that have taken out an individual life insurance at Enya are older than 50 years, which corresponds to roughly 48% being 50 years or younger. Approximately 60 companies have group life insurances at Enya, ranging from financial or legal services providers to companies that are in the medical, hospitality, manufacturing, food, or industrial industry, non-exhaustive list. The individual insurance policy holders at Enya hold job positions in a wide variety of industries as well. Among others, the industries mentioned above apply to these individual policy holders as well. Former MP Jacobs asked, what are the risks if a new refinancing agreement isn't concluded within the given time frame? Please provide clarity on what the risks were at the time and what they are now. Answer: the risk of the current refinancing agreement is not signed on time is that St. Martin will face higher interest rates, resulting in an additional 12 million guilders per year starting 2025. Last year, the risks were the same, higher interest rates, while St. Martin agreed, Curacao did not, as they sought a better solution for their country. Although they temporarily faced higher interest rates, they prioritized Curacao's interests. That is precisely my approach now, putting St. Martin first. Initially, the condition was higher interest rates by stating that you would not have agreed to the linkage of the COVID loan. Would you then have been subjected St. Martin to higher interest rates? The condition for higher interest rates was signed off in the short-term refinancing agreement. No, I would not have subjected St. Martin to higher interest rates. I would have fought against linking the COVID loans to the Enya solution, as the two are unrelated. What criteria was used when it was determined that there were 3,000 St. Martin policyholders? What qualifies these 3,000 policyholders to be deemed St. Martin in the first place? Answer: in the addendum, a distinction is made between 1. Policyholders who entered into policies with ECL's St. Martin office, policyholders who entered into policies with ECL's Curacao office, and policyholders who entered into policies with ECL's BESS branch office. This distinction is consistent with the outline agreement. To be clear, BESS and Suriname policyholders are not connected to St. Martin Enya office. St. Martin policyholders are specifically those whose policies are tied to the St. Martin's Enya office. As such, in the previous agreement, St. Martin was paying for policyholders of BESS and Suriname that has no ties to St. Martin whatsoever. How were the BESS and Suriname policyholders included in the St. Martin policyholders in the first place? Answer: the BESS and Suriname policyholders were not part of the St. Martin policyholders. However, they were initially included in the cost to be covered by St. Martin. In other words, St. Martin would have been responsible for these costs if we hadn't made the necessary clarifications in the addendum. This addendum now makes it clear that St. Martin will only be paying for policyholders directly associated with the St. Martin's Enya office. Once we received the yearly overview of St. Martin policyholders and assessed that St. Martin could cover this portion, it became evident why the peak facility was in place and what other costs would have been hidden in it. MP Arian, This addendum represents St. Martin's position. Has it already been approved by the Central Bank in Curacao? The addendum was discussed and agreed upon on a technical level between St. Martin, Curacao, and the Central Bank. Does the government have the money to purchase Mullet Bay at present? Are there any plans for the government to purchase Mullet Bay in the coming months? Answer. Does St. Martin currently have the funds to purchase Mullet Bay? No, it does not. However, similar conversations to those MP Arian had with APS can take place. In the prior agreement, St. Martin did not have priority regarding Mullet Bay, meaning that even if we wanted to purchase it, the chances were slim. Now at least we have the option of first priority to purchase, and hopefully by the time the opportunity arises, we will be in a better financial position. At this point, we can assess whether it presents a viable business plan for St. Martin and discuss how to make it happen, also taking into account the possibilities of public-private partnerships. The sale of Mullet Bay, when it will be, is not up to the government of St. Martin, as we are not the owners of Mullet Bay. It is up to the Sun Resort, which is now under the supervision of the Central Bank.
Minister, we have another interruption by MP Otley. MP Otley, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you, Madam Chair, to the Honorable Minister of Finance. I have we are separating the peak facilities, which will allow St. Martin to have, its own offices, etc. What would be the cost related to that? Because while we're saving here, what is the cost related to that? And of course, with the cost, the benefits, because we have to do the risk analysis. On top of that, we speak of Mullet Bay, first right to refusal. That opened my eyes very much through you, Madam Chair, but I don't see it anywhere in the addendum that was sent to Parliament.
Minister, you may answer.
I would answer your, Madam Chair, through you. I would answer the second question first. The reason why Mullet Bay was not included in the addendum is because that's a separate agreement between St. Martin and the Central Bank. But I can assure Parliament that that agreement between St. Martin and the Central Bank, as it pertains to Mullet Bay, would be first signed by the Central Bank before this signature towards the addendum. And it was also shared with Parliament this morning, confidentially. Going back to the first question of the MP, it relates to the peak facility and it being separate. No additional cost, MP, towards it being separate. It's simply a savings for St. Martin. And again, I believe that would be in the best interest of country St. Martin.
Thank you, Minister. Thank you, MP Otley. You may continue, Minister.
Can the Minister confirm the previous government had already established that government will have first right to purchase Mullet Bay? Check minutes have come, meeting with Mr. Martis indicating that St. Martin has first right to buy Mullet Bay. Answer. Minutes from a Council of Ministers meeting do not constitute a contract and cannot be used as a legally binding document granting St. Martin first rights. If Mr. Martis retires next week, what he stated is not binding. With this agreement, we will now have a signed document that is legally valid. Were the
Minister, we have MP York for other interruption. MP York, you have the floor.
Through you, Madam Chair, the Minister mentioned separating the peak facility. My question to that would be, what if St. Martin wants to make use of the peak facility and doesn't have the funds to send for it? What kind of implications would that have on the budget? And as well, through you, Madam Chair, the Minister made mention of using the peak facility twice. Is that her forecasting how many times we're going to be potentially going to need it moving forward? Or is that a a rough schatting. I don't understand where the twice came from. So if the minister can confirm that for me.
Madam Chair, through you, to answer the MP's question on the separation of the peak facility and the usage of twice, this is a projection based by the central bank itself. Don't forget that the peak facility is something where the central bank stated if they are not able to cover the policy holders, and of course in this case now as well, the execution cost of ENIA, that the country stand as guarantor. It isn't necessarily that we will, but this is in the event they are not able to cover. So it isn't something that is a guarantee that St. Martin will even use it.
The late show, we have a good one for you. We began already, so let's continue.
You've dreamt it. You've worked hard for it. And now you've got it. You deserve to enjoy the fruits of your labor and know that you're covered in case of a disaster, like an unexpected fire or a vehicular collision. At Magic Insurances, we focus on settling your claims quickly and fairly so you can get back to enjoying your life. Magic Insurances, fast, fair, and always there.
New Gen. She my gang. Let's get ready for the party. Girl, why your body? Get ready for the party. Girl, why your body? Let's get ready for the party. Girl, why your body? Get ready for the party. Girl, why your body? Where the party tonight? Someone tell me where the party tonight. Where the party tonight? Someone tell me where the party tonight. Where the party tonight? When we come in a bit, tick tock, girl, wine to your head. Anytime I see a girl, you want to get bit. Burn like a cigarette, bend down, dagger next. Slap up on your body, girl, shake up your leg. Burn like a cigarette, bend down, dagger next. Slap up on your body, girl, shake up your leg. Everybody get mad now.
At GEBE, we take the safety and quality of your water seriously. Every day, our dedicated sample collectors venture into the field, visiting the places that matter to you: water tanks, school, supermarkets, home, and high-risk areas. Once these samples return to our water quality lab at KB, they embark on a journey that safeguards your well-being. Our dedicated analysts take over, sending these samples to the microbiology and chemistry department, respectively. This is where the magic happens. We test for a range of parameters, and we do this every single day, no matter what, including holidays and weekends. In our microbiology department, we focus on 2 major tests targeting various bacteria. Confirmation tests are conducted, and we have plans in place in case the results are confirmed. And then we do it all over again, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Rain or shine, your water safety never takes a day off. So when you turn on the tap and enjoy a glass of GEBE's water, you can do so with confidence. GEBE, the power to serve.
The St. Martin Yacht Club, what we know as the white people place close to the bridge. That's horrible to say it like that, Pete. Is there anything else I can say instead of that? Okay, let me try again. You see where the white people just only go before the bridge? Okay, no, stop saying white people. Where the Caucasians gather wearing white. Nope, that's a wrong way of saying it. Hold on, I'll go get it. The St. Martin Yacht Club has been part of the St. Martin community for a very long time. And there's a misconception when it comes to the organization and what it does for St. Martin. Contrary to popular belief, it sounds like a lot of fun. Sam, not Sam, the political party, but Sam, a young Dutch instructor at the St. Martin Yacht Club, was able to sit down with a late night where he explained what the St. Martin Yacht Club does and what programs it offers. And I was so amazed. Go Yacht Club. Let's go to it, Pete. How are you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
All right. Now, you are part of the St. Martin Yacht Club.
Yes.
You're an instructor here.
Yes,
Tell us,
sailing instructor.
Sailing instructor. It's always so interesting because I've never been sailing in my life. I always saw it, and I always say, these are some brave men and women that will do that because I'm going like, whoa. Tell us a little bit about what the St. Martin Yacht Club actually does, especially when it comes to the sailing, because I think the only thing that it's synonymous for is the regatta.
Yes.
That's what we know the yacht club.
Everybody knows the regatta.
Everybody
for
knows.
sure.
Yes, yes.
But we do a lot more than just the regatta.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, tell us about it.
Especially our sailing school is quite big. We got 150 kids coming to sail here every week, which is amazing. It has grown over the years to become a really, really big school. And these kids come out to sail, and it's not only kids, it's adults too. And sailing is not only for brave men and women. Everybody can learn how to sail. It's easy to learn. It takes some time, easy to learn, and it's a lot of fun. The only thing you need is to be able to swim.
Yeah, of course, yeah, because we're out in a deep, dark, scary sea. And obviously, you know, when you're there, you need to be able to save yourself. Because the life jacket, do you sail with a life jacket
Yes,
or no?
always. At the sailing school, everybody that comes to sail here has a life jacket on. And you say deep, scary sea. The thing is, if you're on top of the water, it doesn't matter how deep the sea is because you're in a boat right on top of it.
Yeah,
and like you said, if you fall in, you're floating because you got your life jacket
got your
on.
life jacket, okay.
Instructor is close. I mean, everybody should be able to, let's say something happens, fall in the water, get into the boat by themselves, but there's always an instructor close on a safety boat that can come and get you, save you.
Let's get to the 150
Yes.
kids because you just skipped through that so quickly. And I'm so surprised because that's something that I've never heard of as far as it being such a big size. So how it is split up?
Yes, so we have a couple different programs. One of them is the primary school program, which has about 50 kids in it, and they come and sail during school time for free. So that gets sponsored by people and is for the less fortunate people that would otherwise not be able to come and sail. And we also teach them how to swim first, because
it's more like you kind of venture into swimming classes too also.
And
That's cool.
we don't do the swimming classes ourselves. We get professional swimming instructors to do that. But we noticed it's hard to get a lot of kids to come to sail because they don't know how to swim. And that's when we started working with swimming teachers.
Which is strange because we live on a beach.
It is super strange.
Different beaches.
You know how many people are scared of the water, don't want to get close to the water, and never learn how to swim.
Yeah.
So with the primary school program, we started swimming lessons first, and then the kids get out to sail.
That's amazing. I have my A and B just because I was forced to, but it never leaves you. And at least you have that experience when, you decide to go into a pool or into the deep.
Yeah. And you don't need to be the best swimmer because we do sailing. In the end, you're in the boat. You just need to be comfortable in the water and be able to move in the water with a life jacket on.
As far as the interest level is concerned with the kids, is it huge? Do you think that is something that is some of a passion for them? Because
Yes.
this is a sports that I you know,
Sailing
almost didn't hear from.
sailing really grabs kids.
Yeah?
The moment for most of the kids, the moment when they get on the boat, they fall in love. It's a freedom you don't get in any other sport for a little 7-year-old kid to be able to sail their own boat. They cannot drive a car. I mean, they can go and ride a bike.
Yeah.
But sailing your own boat out on the water, on the sea or in a lagoon, and that freedom that gives to the kids, you see their eyes sparkling, and they really, really fall in love.
And they go through, how long is the program?
It depends.
Just continues?
Some kids started here when they were 7, and then they keep going sailing for their whole life.
Wow. The industry is real.
Yeah.
Now, the sailing for competition. Have you ever had any persons who started from young and then they somewhat graduated into sailing, racing for competition and so on?
For sure. So everybody knows the regatta, which is
Yes.
a competition on the water.
Yeah.
Big party on land.
Yes,
Lots of fun on the water, but serious fun out on the water, racing. And we have our own racing team, which consists of youth sailors that go and compete on different islands too. Last year they went to Martinique, to Curacao, we went to Antigua, and we are pretty good at organizing some events too. We have the Caribbean Dinghy Championship coming up, which gets hosted by another island every year. And this year we're hosting.
Okay.
And people from Trinidad, Antigua, St. Kitts and Nevis, Barbados, St. Vincent are all coming down here to compete, and so are our kids then competing against them.
Nice. And so people come here to compete. And how many teams usually participate, depending on how many?
It really depends. It changes a lot per event. For the CDC, we're expecting about 40 boats.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Is there an off season for you guys?
No. No.
Yeah, because I always wondered.
So I mentioned the primary school program, and together with the after school program, that runs during school time. So September till June, we have those regular programs going on. Kids come once a week, every week for the whole year.
Oh.
Because that's the only way they will learn is
They learn.
repetition, coming back every week. You cannot learn how to sail just from a day. So then in summer, the school holidays start, and the parents are at home with their kids, and they need something to do. So then we run summer camps.
Summer camp. Okay.
So there is no off season for us.
Wow.
We keep going throughout the year.
And before you blink an eye, it's the regatta.
Yes.
Or another competition that
Yeah.
you guys take part in. Now, what else does the yacht club focus on also?
We have just started last year a sailability program.
And what is that?
That is sailing for less abled people. So we work together with the White and Yellow Cross Care Foundation, the Sister Basilia Center, and their clients come to us twice a week to learn how to sail. And that can be any less abled person. So, for example, somebody in a wheelchair, somebody with Down syndrome, somebody that's blind.
Oh, wow.
We have a special boat for that, which is a very safe boat, a boat that's unable to capsize. There's special chairs in it too for people that normally sit in a wheelchair. They can sit in a special chair, and all the controls, which this makes it really, really cool. All the controls in that boat can be moved to that chair. So your rudder, where your steering wheel of the sailboat, your sheet, which you use to control the sails, everything can be moved to a certain position that, however able you are, you can still go out by yourself and sail that boat.
Wow.
And it is a really, really an amazing program.
And I was just about to say, how's it going?
Very good. So last year we started with 4 students. We grew to 6 this year, and they come twice a week. Apart from that, once a month we invite a different group of less abled people, and we call it sensory sailing. So that's more for the people that are, for example, blind or have heavy autism, Down syndrome.
Can't really
things like
too
that.
much more.
So they just come to have an experience, just to go out on the water, something which they would otherwise never do. They can now come and do.
Anything for seniors?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But that is for sure the next step. Because this boat, the sailability boat, also would be great
perfect for them, right?
And that's really a target group we would like to get more active. So that's definitely on the calendar to see if we can do something with seniors.
All right. Now, you guys are also organizing an open house.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the open house.
So during the open house, October 5th, anybody can come to the yacht club, go out for a sail, or enjoy other activities on land. So we have some activities for kids, arts and crafts, build your own boat, and making bracelets out of rope. Everybody can come and see what the yacht club is all about, what we do here, and everybody that's willing can put a life jacket on and go out sailing with an experienced instructor. So they don't actually have to do anything if they don't want to. They can just sit in a boat and enjoy a small sail.
Yeah.
If they want to, they can try the rudder, they can try steering the boat, they can try controlling the boat. But everybody can come on October 5th to just try out sailing. Apart from that, we'll have drinks, food. So also if you just want to come have a drink, look at other people sail, also welcome to
come and enjoy. Now, as far as the program for captains, I believe they had a program where persons had graduated.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that program, because that was pretty interesting when I saw that.
Another amazing program. So I'm not sure if you heard about Kids at Sea before.
Kids at Sea.
Yes, that was very big, and a lot of kids went through the Kids at Sea program.
Oh,
and after that got jobs in the maritime industry.
Correct, yeah.
So we partnered up with Kids at Sea to do a train the trainer program. The start of the program for us, the purpose was to train local youth how to become a sailing instructor.
Oh, sailing instructor.
Yes, that was how the program started. That was our goal, because we noticed we're always hiring from Holland.
Yeah.
Because there's no sailing instructors here.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to change that. So that's how the program started, by teaching them how to become a sailing instructor. So after that, they could work here.
Yes, correct.
Now, in the program, they got a lot of other opportunities, certificates, powerboat licenses, captain licenses, all kinds of diplomas.
you get a lot of more engagement from, they want to do more.
Yeah.
And were you able to see some of the local youth become instructors yet or not yet?
Not here.
Oh, okay.
Not with us, but they did get other jobs in the maritime industry, which is great.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Okay. How important, maybe for those watching who have no idea about the maritime industry, because you only hear about it at a certain time of the year, but as you said, it's completely the whole year they have different things happening. So the question is, how important is the maritime industry on the whole for St. Martin? Because I do see sometimes, tourists, they come and the first thing they do is, hey, we want to go in the sea.
Yeah. I think it's really important for the island. I think it's the second largest industry in the island, next to tourism. And it's huge. And there's so much opportunity there, from the cruise ships that come in to the ports, to the mega yachts that come down here. Things like boat trips around the islands, also a very big industry. The maritime industry is a big industry, and there's a lot of opportunities there. So it's definitely important for the island to keep supporting that, but also to get more local people involved in that industry.
And I think with the different programs, that's the ultimate goal.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Invite the lovely people once again. If you never ever thought about coming down or participating in these lovely activities or courses, this is your chance. Please let them know.
Just come down October 5th next to the bridge, park your car, walk down. I think it's going to be busy, so you might have to walk a little bit.
A little bit, but that's okay. That's good for you.
Come down, enjoy a drink, have some food, watch some sailing, try some sailing. Just come.
Enjoy yourself. All right, late night show with Andrew Dick. Time for another commercial break. When we come back, more late night. Don't go nowhere.
Hello and welcome to SXM Taxi, the most convenient way to hail a taxi on St. Martin. Our app is strictly dedicated to licensed taxi drivers only on the island of St. Martin. You must have an active authorized taxi license and driver's license to be approved to use our service. Our app is designed for the convenience of both customers and drivers. Customers simply download the app, upload a credit card, and have immediate access to any driver available nearby. Once you sign up and are approved to drive, you can choose when you want to use the app by toggling the switch at the top center of your screen to either online or offline. When you are online, you will be alerted for passenger pickups in your area, be visible to riders, and be able to accept rides. When you are offline, you will not receive alerts and you will be invisible to riders. This feature is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to use at your discretion, making the app extremely flexible and user-friendly for the driver. Once the rider requests a taxi, a notification is sent to all drivers in the vicinity. The first available driver to accept the ride gets the fare. Once you are alerted of a potential fare, you can accept the trip by clicking the Accept button at the bottom of your screen. The app's built-in GPS feature will then guide you directly to the rider's location. By clicking the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, you can choose from 3 different GPS integrations: Apple Maps, Google Maps, or Waze. This feature gives you the ability to use the GPS platform you are most comfortable with. Please keep in mind that you must download the GPS app that you prefer separately onto your phone in order to use this feature. We recommend downloading the Waze GPS app for best results, as we find it to be the most accurate and up-to-date GPS platform. Once you arrive at your passenger pickup point, slide the Mark Arrived arrow at the bottom of your screen. For added security, the app will require you to enter either the last 4 digits of the passenger's phone number or an OTP code that was provided to the rider. This built-in safety feature protects drivers from unwanted or incorrect passengers. Once you enter the correct code, the ride can start by swiping the slide to begin arrow on the bottom of your screen. Once the trip is complete, simply swipe the slide to end ride arrow on the bottom of your screen. The fare is automatically calculated and charged to the rider's credit card. You are now ready and available for your next ride. Driver sign-up bonus fees. All drivers that sign up to use our service will receive an additional 10% booking fee for every fare booked with the app through 2025. In addition, the first 100 drivers that use our service and reach their 100th ride milestone with SXM Taxi will receive a one-time $500 bonus fee.
Did you know I just signed up for Flex by Telem?
Do you mean flex like this?
Definitely not that.
Do you mean flex like this?
No, definitely not that.
Do you mean flex like this?
No, definitely not flex like that. Talents Flex is a mobile plan that adapts to your needs. Each month, I get a preset monthly fee that has a set amount of data, SMS, and minutes. So I know what I'm getting. But say goodbye to overages and bill shock because when I go over my postpaid plan, it switches to prepaid. So I have the flexibility to top up what I need when I need it. I'm in complete control. My budget, my rules.
Hello, my people. Make sure you tune in to Sit, Sip, and Chat every Monday at 5 p.m. on TV 15 and every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m.
And make sure tune in to the late night show with Andrew Dick from Monday to Friday at 10 p.m. with a repeat in the afternoon for no reason. In the afternoon, the late night show at 3 p.m. Thank you, TV 15.
Thank you, TV 15. Make sure to tune in
Make sure to tune in to the late night.
and Sit, Sip, and Chat.
Late night. Now, the essence, body, and mind. It's not something you think about when it comes to late night show. But some beautiful ladies will be participating in a nice fitness pageant competition thingy that is coming up in October, Pete, I believe. Yes. They're going to tell us a little bit more. I did an interview with them earlier in the studio. Interview time. We're here with the very tall contestant number
2.
2. And what's your name?
My name is Miss Nashika Bryan,
Mm-hmm. And you're a contestant.
number 2,
Okay.
in the Essence of Mind Swimsuit Pageant.
All right. Why you decide to join this pageant, Nashika?
Well, I decided to join because 1, I love modeling. 2, I would love to have the experience to be in a swimsuit pageant. It's not just an ordinary pageant.
Mhm.
It's something different. It's something new. It's the 2nd edition, and I would have loved to be a part of that.
No, you did like in the past. Have you done pageants like 500 pageants before, right?
No, I have
No?
done one, and I was the Miss Senior
Oh, you
Carnival
won?
Queen, yes,
Okay.
in 2017.
Okay. Now, your hair. What is going on? It's giving ready for the show.
Giving, I am here. You can see me, right? That's
Yeah,
what it's giving.
That's what it's giving. Okay, I got you. I like it. All right. Now, why should people come out and see all these lovely ladies in this competition?
Well, people should come out and see us. 1, we have a lot of surprises for you.
So you like counting?
Our showcases. Our costumes will be amazing. We worked very, very hard. So it will only be right if people come out to see all the time, efforts that we put into this pageantry.
Now, as far as the participation is concerned, because I spoke to the organizer, Paula, for many times, to include also, it's Big Belly season, and we want to also be represented, the fellas. So how is it not possible that, guys can't be also in the competition?
You just had to sign up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think I'll go win?
I mean, it's about creativity. It's about how you perform on the
You sure you're the politician? She ain't answered me at all.
But you asked.
Okay.
I said, yes, you can come.
All right. Okay. Good luck on the show.
Thank you very much.
All right. Bye.
Bye, and I hope to see everyone there.
That is it for the late night show. Thank you so much for watching. Until tomorrow, do have a safe and pleasant one. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Bye-bye.